Welcome to Book Club. Today I'm going to speak about Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg, who is the current Chief Operating Officer at Facebook. The intended audience that Sheryl has in mind, in my opinion, is women ages 18 to 65 with major career aspirations. However, I do think there is a secondary audience she has in mind. Everyone. Anyone who cares about making the world a more equitable place for everyone. I think stay-at-home moms could glean something from this. There's a lot that people reference about mommy shaming when people aren't 100% dedicated to their children 100% of the time. Sometimes that can lead to an unsupportive environment. I also think that men in leadership could get a lot from this book as well if they were wanting to break down the barriers that women face and foster a culture of equal advancement opportunities. This book encourages women to pursue their ambitions and change the conversation from what we can't do to what we can do. Sheryl approaches this change from two different angles. First, she approaches it internally. Basically, what things can I do along my way up at the top to open more doors for myself, to allow myself to rise in the ranks of leadership. So she speaks on small applicable tips. Oftentimes powerful women are seen as not likable. So she suggests smiling more, creating a language that is more inclusive and community driven. It focuses much on goals. She talks about how women are less likely to put in for promotions or be willing to move because they feel a guilt associated with advancing their career if they also have families. She also references different external ways you can change. So once a woman has rised through the ranks and is in a leadership position, what things can she do to help others along their way up? A big one that she mentions is offering to be a mentor or a sponsor to really speak for these women at any opportunity. She encourages them to sit at the table. Studies show that women lack confidence compared to men, even when they're equally qualified. So encouraging your fellow woman to sit at the table, speak up, and be heard. I think this book is incredibly relatable. Didn't think I would because it was written by a Harvard graduate who is a billionaire and is a leader in a top tech firm in the world. But she really makes it relatable through her anecdotes. She talks about struggling through her pregnancy, her constant need to want to be liked, and she also mentions her facing imposter syndrome, which many women face, which is the need or the fear of being found out as inadequate when in all reality you aren't adequate. One thing that is wonderful about this book is I think it's uplifting to everyone. Yes, it is seeking to build up women, but no, not once does she seek to tear men down in the process. All of her studies she references where small changes have been made to improve the environment for women, men prosper as well. It is a completely positive environment that she wants to create. However, I do think that it is geared more towards career-oriented moms, not just your everyday woman. She does mention the importance of moms who work from home, though, and the importance in their role. She spends a lot of time focusing on empowering women through change and breaking down societal barriers and reaching the highest levels of achievement. I think this book is set apart because of the Lean In movement. There has been this community created. In fact, 1.3 million people on Facebook are part of this community. On leanin.org, there is education up the wazoo. I mean, there are lectures, events, lots of things just solely focused on practical applications for leadership and communications and similar things. One thing that is most important about this movement are the Lean In circles that have been created. There are things provided by leanin.org for women to create these small groups where they meet and discuss life, discuss struggles, and really foster growth in one another. My assessment of the book, I loved it. I think it's a wonderful blend of research-based facts to give it credibility, along with personal stories to keep it entertaining. I found myself, while reading this book, able to envision a world where not only do we have Bill Gates and Steve Jobs revolutionizing life as we know it, but we also have Brittany Gates and Stephanie Jobs doubling our efforts to make this world more advanced and better for everyone. So I loved it. I totally recommend as a read for everyone.